I don't know. Now that I have a house, I think I'm going to try to have it in one centralized location. So if people want to be on it, they can come to me. I don't have to reach out, especially during this crazy time. And who knows what's happening with COVID. And just be like, hey, do you mind letting me in the restaurant when no one's supposed to be in the restaurant?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can plan for it and do things like that.
And I don't know, just be more calm. So like everyone I did a podcast with, besides one 900 Ice Cream, I have like a real close relationship. They were my first like new people. Like it was just like this. Mm-hmm. I just saw them on Instagram. You know what I mean? Been following them on Instagram, stopped following them, and then went to this podcast. So I was learning fresh everything. You know what I mean? And but I don't know, the podcast, being in a place where I don't have to transport and make sure nothing goes wrong or nothing happens. If people are able to come to a studio, quote unquote studio, I don't know. I feel like it'd be a more laid back thing and just less things to worry about. So I think they're only going to get better.
It's a
and better.
more controlled environment for you,
of course.
You ain't gonna have people walking in and out,
right?
Cars honking outside, coming up on the.
But it's pretty quiet in here.
It's actually pretty good. I mean, every now and then you'll hear somebody on a dirt bike or a motorcycle.
Yeah,
but
right.
It's for the most part, it's pretty good.
Wheelie gang.
Yeah,
you got a dirt bike? You had a dirt bike in Philly?
No, but I did ride a couple times.
Where?
A few times.
Here?
Yeah, in North Philly.
Oh, okay, no shit. Awesome. Yeah. So I was gonna get on something, but we'll wait.
So I wanted to harp on COVID before
let's talk about COVID and what it's doing to all this, and I don't know.
Yeah. So I know you from what I was reading on your website, support small businesses. You go around to small businesses trying to get everybody to buy local. COVID came, nobody saw it, or people saw it, but didn't know how to react to it, and companies had to shut down, close down. Are there any companies or small businesses that you know had a really bad impact and couldn't get either small business loan or?
So for the most part, I would say that all the people that I'm close with didn't get that much help to begin with, but all of the people I've been able to form relationships with, I speak on their behalf, which I don't even know, like their personal business.
Yeah.
But the people I'm super close with are actually, in my opinion, from an outside perspective, thriving. And when I say thriving, I don't mean the sit-down restaurants. That's where it's tough. I have a couple sit-down restaurants where obviously you can't get fine dining and takeout. But all the sandwich shops, you know what I mean? All the cheesesteak shops, all the pizza shops, the fried chicken shops. Love and Honey is doing more business right now than they've ever done. You know what I mean? And people are going through caviar and through maybe not caviar anymore. We'll get to that. But
and that was another thing I wanted to ask was what are some of the people that you just said right now that are thriving that you know? What did they do to adapt to everything that's going on?
So a lot of these places were already takeout. They're grab and go places. They're sandwiches. Like I said, sandwiches, slice shop pizza. So the only thing that is changing for them, you know what I mean, is that you can't walk in. You're going to a takeout window, or they're setting up different processes where they can bring that out to you, or you come pick up at a certain time slot, or you do use delivery service, or you are ordering through a delivery service for pickup at a certain time slot. 6 foot distance, no crowds outside. You know what I mean? Some people like Old World Ice on Passyunk, on East Passyunk, in South Philadelphia. Like you have to come at a certain time. And if it's not ready, he has this like little route drawn out on the sidewalk, so you got to go walk around because the neighbors are uncomfortable with crowding around their houses or their front porch, and they don't want people up against their window, rightfully so. But they're the things like, I don't know. I feel like everyone that I have been associated closely with already had their grab and go in order, takeout spots. You know what I mean? But as for fine dining, like I was just talking to a fine dining restaurant today. I was talking to Ed, owner of Fiore Restaurant in South Philadelphia on Front Street, and they have limited menus. They can't go full power. They said they can't even turn on the wood oven. You know what I mean? The wood's too expensive right now, and you can't man the wood oven. And so their menu's shortened. It's not their regular menu items to begin with. You know what I mean? It's a different random hybrid menu. And outdoor seating. So we have outdoor seating for a fine dining restaurant that seats 150 people, and you can only seat 30 people. Yeah. You know what I mean? However spaced much a sidewalk is, then you got to be spaced out. I don't know. It's crazy. That the fine dining is really what I feel like is taking a hit from my perspective, which once again, to clarify, I have no idea what their financial situations are, anyone. But all the people that I go to regularly throughout the week, like I said, are just grab and go, and they seem to be selling out still early, way ahead of the time that they close and stuff like that. But COVID is really taking a toll on that kind of stuff. Luckily, so far, personally, none of the spots that I frequent a lot have closed. They've gone on vacation. They've had to shut down for 2 weeks, come back, you know what I mean? Okay. Revamp with plans for a way to do a takeout.
Yeah.
With plans, you know, to sell maybe even a different item. So, for example, Fiore went from selling short rib and duck, you know what I mean, to winding down, to like limit their pastas and limit their meats to like 3 dishes instead of 15 options, you know what I mean? And now they're really pushing stuff like gelati and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Come pick up pizza, wood fire pizzas instead, you know. But I don't know, it's tough to see because you feel like you can never do enough, and as one person, obviously, you're not gonna keep a restaurant open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's where it wraps into the social media. I pump out as much as I can on social media. Go help them. Go help this as much as you can, if you can even spare. You know what I mean? We're all in a bad situation. We can't travel. A lot of people lost their job. Still don't have a job.
Unemployment's running out. Everything's thin. You have all these bills, and here I am asking, you know what I mean? If you got anything to spare, just go support it here. Yeah. Don't go to pull up to Wawa when you can hit this sandwich shop literally 50 feet away. You know what I mean? And help someone's family like that. Wawa's millions and millions of dollars, and this guy trying to survive. Are you a foodie? Like, you seem to be in pretty good shape. You're not like fat, you know. You're not like Guy Fieri, who's just eating all the time, you know.
Just a little round. I try to do I try to keep a balance.
Because you're involved in so many restaurants. I would think like...
Yeah, I'm eating all the time. And when I say eating all the time, the page was founded on eating. Like, I would never post about it if I didn't eat all of it.
Yeah.
That's every box of donuts, every full pizza. That's everything. And but I want to address the foodie thing first. So DPA foodie is my hashtag. I started a long time ago, right when I started to do this actual food page. I myself am not a foodie. And can you curse on this podcast?
Yeah, do whatever you want.
I myself am not a foodie. And any person who calls me a foodie, I always say, fuck a foodie. I'm not a foodie, because a foodie to me is someone who's standing on tables, taking pictures, trying to extort these restaurants and stuff.
Got you. Okay.
Hey, I'll come in. I'll post for free pasta. Okay, you want to do that? That sounds good. Yeah, free dish from you? Okay, I'll come back again next week, and for the rest of the year, I'll give you 3 posts a week, but it's $500.
See, that's a space I had no idea. When I said foodie, I meant like someone who just loves food, loves to eat.
Yeah, so we'll talk about the love for food, but that's the dark side of these things on the internet, and then
extortion, man.
People
wow.
for free, for just some chicken tenders. You know what I mean? From up and coming restaurants. So you'll always see like these major food pages, and I see it might come off wrong, because if someone looks at it, they'll be like, he's just salty. Their following's bigger. Their following's fake. You know what I mean? Their following's fake. The likes and comments. Ooh, yummy, yummy. Ooh, so good. Yeah, you're all fake. You know what I mean? You're in these little pods and DMs where you send each other messages. You know what I mean? And then everyone jumps on the picture and has to say like a 5-word comment. I was in that for 2 weeks. And right when I made this food page with Philly food pages, the biggest Philly food pages, and they get mad at you if you don't go and comment right away. They'd be like, you're not participating. I was like, what is this? This is so weird. And so it's not organic. It's not real. The interactions,
I hate that
the interactions are there. You'd be like, whoa, all right, yeah, 100, 300, 500 comments, 100,000 likes. The pages that are big, you know what I mean? Shout out Food Baby New York, like real pages like that, who have real followings, OG food pages. They're real, but you could see. Look at the comments. Look at the actual engagement and what the people are saying. You know what I mean? There's nothing really happening.
A bunch of bots.
Right. Yeah, but they're real people. But they're all just doing it for each other. Ooh, looks so good. Ooh, cupcake icing. Yummy, yummy. Like, this is, I don't know. It's weak. There are some, but there's like a handful of real good food pages you should be following. We'll talk about that later. We could plug them. But as for being a food person, yes. Okay. Pancakes and Protein Shakes used to be Mike View 17. It just used to be a regular Instagram page. I didn't take any pictures, and I didn't eat like this because I loved fitness. Loved fitness.
It looks like you love fitness.
I loved fitness. So as I was getting more and more into fitness, I thought I was going to want to compete at one time and do what you have to do to compete and diet and then take special protein, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. I started traveling to different gyms outside of my area. Okay, so I'm traveling to New York and Jersey, and wherever I'm traveling to, I'm looking for hardcore bodybuilding gyms. You know what I mean? Because that's what I like. I like equipment, and I like the way that things work, and how it changes your body and stuff like that, and how machines feel, and how different weights feel. And I just like the iron, and so these gyms would be putting me in different areas, and I'd need to eat, and I'd be like, okay, so where am I going to eat? Just Google search. No, don't Google search because Yelp and all that stuff, it's all messed up. But I go on Instagram and go to these major food pages, like a New Jersey major food page, you know what I mean? Philadelphia food page, New York City. And that's how I'd be finding these restaurants. I'd be like, oh, there's some crazy food out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm eating salmon and avocados every day and steak and chicken and rice and Mediterranean friend back here. And so I was like, wow, this is fun. So I was like, all right, I'm going to travel to this gym this weekend, and I'm going to hit this crazy breakfast spot, and I'm going to hit this crazy lunch spot, and maybe hit a different gym before I go home. You know what I mean? So my fitness started bringing me into the food, and then as I really started diving into the food, started straying away from diet and that kind of lifestyle, and started realizing this whole it blew the top off of my mindset about what's out there for restaurants and quality of food. I'm from a small town where everything's a chain restaurant, and the best place to go out to eat in my hometown is a Logan's Roadhouse, or I don't even know what is a chain restaurant, a good steakhouse, but a Ruth's Chris. Everyone's like, yeah, we got to go to Ruth's Chris. That's it. That's the spot, right? And as I started traveling around for these gyms, I was like, whoa, all these restaurants are amazing. Tastes I never had, flavors I never had, dishes I can't even pronounce. You know what I mean? And so the fitness brought me to the food, and as I started really diving in and created Pancakes and Protein Shakes in 2016, that's when everything changed. So I started dropping the diet and then really going after all these food places. That's what I was interested in. That was my new hobby on the side, after aside from work. And along the time that I made Pancakes and Protein Shakes, I met my girlfriend, started coming down full time to Philadelphia. So now I'm here all the time, out of my hometown.
And where are you from?
Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's in the northeast Pennsylvania, Luzerne County. But as I started coming down here more and more, then I'm really starting to have access instead of day trips, you know what I mean, to Philly or New York City. I'm here, you know what I mean? I'm in Temple, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I'm eating late night, different kind of pizza places, different cheesesteaks, you know what I mean? I was like, this is awesome. And so that was my balance. My gym brings me to the food, and food brings me to the gym, and then I moved down here, and then I was like, I got to try to do something. And Pancakes and Protein Shakes really took on a super special meaning when I moved down here.
I like that too, because it's it almost matches you as a person,
right?
Pancakes and Protein Shakes.
Sure.
After this story, it's
right. So that's where it came. So everyone's like, "Where the protein shake?" The protein shakes are the reason I'm pretty sure I'm still alive. It's the gym aspect of things. You know what I mean?
If you're just eating and eating,
right?
And not working out.
It's why I don't have diabetes, most likely. You know what I mean? It's why I'm still not dead yet. You know, because there's an equal amount of work.
It's a balance,
that goes in. So I'm lifting. And with COVID, it's been tough. Actually, I just started getting back in the gym 2.5 weeks ago.
Are gyms open out here?
Yeah, but weird. You gotta wear masks, schedule an appointment for City Fitness around here. They're doing a good job.
Okay.
They're doing the best they can. Shout out to City Fitness because they I'm almost positive from an inside source they kept everyone and they kept paying everyone. So they did everything that they can to hold on, and they have a bunch of gyms here. But it's pretty much here is City Fitness, Sweat Fitness, and I'm lifting in a gym called King Gym in Bridgeport. They have a good everything's super, super clean, and it's been open there for a while. Gyms in Philly opened up a little bit back a couple weeks ago, but wear a mask.
Right.
It's weird to wear a mask lifting,
Yeah.
but I mean, if that's what you got to do.